What's up, Misfits and Moonbasers? There we go. What is up, Misfits and Moonbasers? It's your boy Ray Recall coming at you once again with another video review. And this time we're going to go back to mainline Transformers. Cup here, standing as standing for the background. But today we're going to be looking at some mainline War for Cybertron figures. In particular, the first figure on this channel from the new Earthrise line, and we are looking at War for Cybertron, Earthrise, Battlemaster, Soundbarrier. Boom. I picked this guy up at a local retailer. Earthrise is finally starting to show up in shelves just in time for the coronavirus shutdown of the world. But yeah, I was able to pick this guy up, and he looks pretty cool. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna take a quick look at him, as well as another figure that I recently picked up from the previous line, Transformers Siege Pteraxeadon. So it's gonna be a little bit of a double review today. So first of all, we're gonna just take a quick look, since he's already out of the package, at Pteraxeadon. This is a Battlemaster from the Siege line, and he transforms just into a little pterodactyl dude. You can get him into a little bit of a flying position, kind of like that. Camera's not so good right now because my lighting is weird, but that's because of the move. So yeah, he's just a cute little pterodactyl. Articulation, his wings can kind of flap due to transformation. His legs are on simple hinge joints. They can go about the back that far, and neck is on a hinge joint. And the cool thing about this guy, you can get him to kind of stand up when he's not in flight mode. So that looks pretty cool. I won't, since the move, most of my figures are going to be in storage, so. But we have Deluxe Class Cup here to show you a little size comparison. So, that's how he scales with mainline Deluxe. There we go. Finally made myself a new camera stand too, so hopefully that'll work a little bit better. Now, Pteraxeadon is unique in the Siege Battlemasters in that he technically has two weapon modes. So first one, of course, is the Battle Axe mode. So you just come over to the back, flip out this handle, flip in the legs, flip in the head, close the wings, Battle Axe. And you get some really good detail on the blades as well. Turn it around, you know, like so. And this is a 5mm port, or a 5mm post, so, you know, any figure with a 5mm port, for example, in their hand, they can hold them. And it's a pretty decent sized battle axe weapon for deluxe class figures. Some Voyager class will be able to hold it a little bit better, but yeah. Go ahead and get that out of Cup's hand. And cool thing about this is that on both sides you'll notice that these triple pegs. So, of course, since he's a Battlemaster, he comes with an effect part. And these are really cool. And this one is kind of like a slashing effect. It's got two posts and a slot for the two posts and the tab. That just soft tabs onto there. Again, the effect pieces are a little bit squishy. And it looks pretty cool. Looks like you're slashing somebody. And it does have a reverse 3mm port, so you could plug it onto other figures to make it look like, you know, he's impacting. So you can like have it like thrown and impacted on there. So that looks pretty cool. Now, the other thing is that he does have this 5mm port here, which means if you take him in axe mode, flip him upside down, you notice that he has a 3mm port on this side, so you can actually have him being used as a blaster of some sorts. And that works with the 5mm peg system as well. Just go to have cup showing it off, just like so. There we go. Looked a little crooked. And yeah, so there's that. I'm glad I picked him up when I had the chance. I've seen him in some other shops before, but never really bothered to get him. But someone told me to pick him up whenever I did get him, so I went ahead and got him. So there you go. With that, I'll go ahead and get him back into beast mode. There you go. Little feet. Stand him up. There you go. And we'll go ahead and put him off to the side. And now we'll bring in the main Earthrise event, Soundbarrier. Now, just to get in on some of the details on here. If you notice, his CG model has the peg flipped out for his chest, despite the fact that, you know, it does fold up. So if you were concerned about that being a feature, don't worry, you're good. Now, he does transform into a shield, but it is also compatible with Earthrise's airlock system. You can see there's like a schematic version of their what is it? Their like deluxe class ironworks in one of his configurations, and he plugs and they plug on with the same airlock system. That's compatible with all the Earthrise, you know, base mode figures. I think they have like, I know they've got at least 2 that they were talking about. I think they're maybe even going to release a 3rd. They're also compatible with the, you know, the Voyager class figures. So I think some of them will have those connector ports. I know that the Quintesson Judge will have that in his throne for the base mode, and then like Scorponok will have it, Astrotrain, Skylynx, Omega Supreme even has airlock compatibility. So, yeah. But enough about that. Right now we're focusing on what's right here in front of us. So let's go ahead and pop them open and see what we have to see. Here's another one of those information sheets that basically just says in every language, don't put this in your mouth. Let's see, here is the super basic instructions. You know, it shows that you can use them as a shield for, what figure is that? What figure is that? Do I recognize that figure? I don't recognize that figure right off the bat. It looks like Optimus? I don't know. Maybe I could be wrong. I can't really see it that well. Super simple instructions. And then for, you know, like for shield mode, you can flip out the chest tab. For road mode, you just flip in the chest tab. And then, as you can see here, like I was saying, it's compatible with the airlock system that you can see him linked up to Astrotrain's shuttle base mode. Yeah. So there you have that. And now for the actual figure himself. Interestingly enough, he's not just sitting in there, he's actually like secured in with like a bunch of little plastic bits. Oh, right. So Siege. Okay, so for those that remember Siege, you remember that they came with the little blacklight code. Earthrise is doing something a little bit different. They're actually including a star map, which I didn't realize was actually going to be on the back of the thing. But yeah, you're like supposed to cut out that and put them together, and it's supposed to form a map to where Cybertron is or something or other. But did not know that. If I ever get another copy of this toy, I'll just cut that out before I actually go tearing into the packaging. But that is good to know if you want to know those things, which you should probably do because knowing things is good. Anyway, here we have Earthrise Soundbarrier in his robot mode. Real basic figure. Bring in Sergeant Cup again, shows just how small he is. Standard weaponizer size. You know, same overall mass. And I'm pretty sure that they even recycled his arms from another figure. I can't be entirely sure, but I feel like they recycled his arms from another figure. But yeah, he's a pretty cool little dude. Not a lot of articulation. The only articulation is ball joint at the shoulders. Arms can go in and out that far, and then ball joints at the hips, although the sculpting right here really limits his forward movement, but it's doable. Then there's outer movement as well. So yeah. Now to get him into shield mode, it's super simple. As you saw in the instructions, just tap his feet together. His arms have these tabs that'll go into these slots right there. So just tab, slot, just locks everything into place so it doesn't go flopping around while you're using him as a literal human shield. Come to this part, and if I can get my fingernail in there, there we go. Flip out his 5mm port, peg, whatever, and then come to the back, untab it, and you can see that there's several places where they lock in, and then flip it all the way down. That's on a tight hinge. Ooh, that is on a real tight hinge. I do not like that. Well, I mean, I like the fact that it's on a tight hinge, but the fact that it's clear plastic, that could potentially bode ill. And then you see these two tabs here go into those two ports right up there, and that locks him in to place. And there you have Soundbarrier in shield mode, so it's literally, he's just being a slab that you just hold him onto. Cup doesn't have any siege ports on his arms, but just to show, you know, you can hold them with the 5mm port. Yeah, it's simple in design. Kind of looks like an energon shield almost. It's pretty neat. Now he does come with a blast effect piece. Interestingly enough, most of these blast effect pieces I've noticed for Earthrise have been a lot smaller in comparison. They're like the same amount of plastic as either like the weapon, like the melee weapon piece, or a single blast effect from one of the gun weaponizers. But they still have the little 3mm. There we go, 3mm port for the 3mm pegs. He does have 1, 2, 3, it looks like, so you can plug the little, if I can, a little blast effect like that. Or, you know, if you want Pteraxeadon's impact piece, you know, boom. Looks like a explosion, or maybe if like the axe was like coming in. But Yeah, pretty simple. I guess since it's a 5mm port and they're kind of some sculpted, kind of looking like little blasters over there. I guess if you have multiple blast effect pieces, you could. Are those? Yeah, yeah, okay. If you have laser blast effect pieces from like the guns or whatever, you could stick them onto there and have a robot hold them by that, so it could be like a gun. That's a thing you can do. Kind of a weird flat robot planking as a gun. Oh yeah, and speaking of planking, just put up the port, and now he's a stretcher road. Now, as you can probably tell, it's not going to be wide enough for a deluxe class figure. All the like mini city or whatever is going to be scaled for micromasters. This will have enough space for a micromaster to look like it's driving across it. Whenever it's linked up to the other city or build a city components, those will be micromaster vehicle scaled. That's kind of what they're going for in the Earthrise line. But yeah. And then to get them back into robot mode, you just it's tight. Fold this flap up. You can see there are tabs and slots, and for this blast effect piece, that'll actually go into that little groove right here. There we go. And then just unpeg the arms, untap the legs, and there you go. So anyway, yeah, that'll about do it for today's video. So this has been the Transformers War for Cybertron, Siege Pteraxeadon, and Earthrise Soundbarrier. I have been Ray Recall. Y'all have been awesome. And until further notice, this is probably going to be my last video for quite some time. I've got studying to do. I've moved, so most of my stuff is in storage. Coronavirus is shutting down everything, so going out and getting new figures is probably going to be impossible. But I will keep you as updated as I can, and if I can make a new video, I will. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one. Have a good day.